make a statement tonight. Paul George came back last season from that injury, and it wasn't too much of a surprise, Kenny, how his absence revealed just how valuable a player he is.
Yeah, he's not just a scorer like a lot of great players supposedly great players are. He's got great defense. He's 6'9". He's hard to deal with a lot of small forwards because he towers over them.
And even though we've seen a lot of great highlights from this guy, people don't realize he's still a young guy. He's just now entering the prime, and the sky's the limit for this guy if he can stay injury-free.
Just about time for tip-off. Let Kevin Harlan, he's got the call as we go courtside. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off a good outing against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Bill Barton is out there with Moutier.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there. And here's Denver. Moutier dishes to Barton. Here's the screen. Pass to Jokic. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the night right here. The first free throw is good.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Well, and last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No,
let's face it. I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either.
4 on the clock, and he's able to get it back. Thomas goes in, and it's off the back rim. No good. And so here's Denver. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Thomas got 5.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Now, here's Moutier. That's good. Moutier's got his second basket of the night.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Gasol. At the elbow, it's George. Shot from the low block. Can't hit. Moutier. No good. A good close cut. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus. Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
We've got Anthony. Howard is out there with Brooke Lopez. Then it's Holiday, and it's Russell in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5. Here's Harris. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Here's Anthony. Cannot hit. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Kept alive. Howard kicks to Russell. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Here's Howard. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Howard's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Lakers.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
3 on the clock. Fires top of the key. Rebound the Lakers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
For the 3, Chandler. And so it's a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going, and in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have, and he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Moutier out there with Will Barton. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Bryant's got the first basket of the second half here for the Lakers.
You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. To the middle. Here's Fareed. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for a powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
Paul George with the steal. And now Kobe running the floor all by himself. And George with the stuff.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Thomas kicks to Davis on the wing, Kobe. And there's another one for the Lakers. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. 3 seconds left, and Fareed sends it back. The third quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 6. And don't go. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Lakers leading by 6. They've got Clarkson. Anthony is out there with Davis. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Some solid defense from Harris.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Chandler's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nuggets. Holiday, the pass to Anthony. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 5. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, "We're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart." Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
A minute 20 left in the fourth. Harris dishes to Laverne. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Here's Russell. That one a little long.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
They double him with Russell to the left wing. Here's Barton. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Here's Russell. Again, Russell missing. Here's Barton. The feed to Laverne. Puts it up from 15. Goes back up. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Russell kicks to Lopez. Anthony against Chandler. Outside, Russell. Shot clock at 5. Anthony, the pass to Russell. Inside, Davis. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Stolen by Fareed. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier got it. Yes!
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you've got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're losing by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Here's George. To win the game. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
And he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow, what a finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Paul George. He had it going on all game long, so when it came down to one shot to win the game, well, it was no surprise that he took it or that it was a game winner.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.